There is a legend in the jungles of the Amazon of a tree that heals all. It could change the world, but if it gets into the wrong hands, it could awaken a great evil. I believe that the legend is real.
Which it's not.
And I'm going to find it.
Which you won't.
And when I do, just imagine the lives that could be saved.
Hi, Dwayne Johnson. Hi, Emily Blunt. First of all, I have to say how amazing it is to know that the movie is based in Brazil. I was so excited when I was watching it, and right in the beginning we see like Porto Velho written over there, and that was amazing. And we see Dwayne Johnson speaking a little Portuguese during the movie, and I just wanted to know, did you guys learn a little Portuguese while you were making the movie? Can you say something in Portuguese?
I only know obrigada. That's all I know. What do you know? Muito. What did you say earlier?
Well, muito.
Muito.
Muito obrigado. So, I mean, but yes, my Portuguese spans. I've been to Brazil multiple times. So, hey, it's okay.
Come on,
I can't wait. I can't wait for everybody in Brazil to see the movie.
I can't wait for everyone in Brazil to hear your Brazilian.
I hope we made you proud. Lágrimas de cristal.
Nope, that's Spanish.
Besides diversity, trust, and also friendship, what other lessons do you think this movie brings to the audience?
I mean, we've talked at great length about, hope and walking into every day with great hope and the understanding that you have one precious, unique life and you have to seize it and you have to live it however you want and live it as fully as possible.
Yes. And respect for the Amazon and respect for the jungle.
And respect for your elders.
And respect for... That's good. That's good.
I love how your character is so empowered during this movie, especially in a time where women didn't have a voice. Emily, please tell me a little bit about your character and about how important it is to see such a powerful woman standing up for herself and being so brave in a time that it was so hard.
Well, I think with women...
Yikes.
Oh, sorry.
I think what I really loved about...
I think with women, here's the thing we got to remember.
I think what I really loved about the script, I'm going to take this one.
Okay, you should.
And basically, what I really respected about this, even, being a Disney movie and about entertainment, it was not afraid of exploring issues and issues of the day and issues that we are still dealing with today. And I loved that about the character, that she was refusing to conform. And she was trying to leave all of those restraints and constraints of being a woman in the dust. And she's just wanting to wear a practical pair of pants. And she's wanting to explore her own aspirations and her own ambitions. And all of that was so limited in 1917. So it's very clever, even in the opening. She's up in the rafters with the secretaries, where women and men weren't even allowed to sit in the main body of a room. I mean, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
And so you think at the beginning she's kind of towing the line, and then you realize she's using the restraints of her gender to flip it and using it to her advantage. And so I loved that wily, sort of clever way she went through that whole opening sequence. I was in as soon as I read that.
This is a combination of action, comedy, and love. Do you guys think that this is the perfect combination for a Disney classic?
You go into these projects, especially one of this size, and magnitude and responsibility, because it is a beloved Disney iconic ride. But, there's no guarantee. You put your best foot forward, you surround yourself with the best people. One of the best actors of our generation, and Emily Blunt. We have a great world-building director in Jaume Collet, Sarah, and but fingers crossed. It feels like this has all the elements to be a great movie. Now, how successful it becomes today, post-COVID, who knows? You never know. But it feels like we have something special, and for everybody who has been seeing the movie, they've been really enjoying it. Without giving too much away, the studio is already talking about a sequel, so who knows? We'll see.
In movies like Jungle Cruise, having a chemistry between the characters is absolutely everything. And we see that so easily during the movie. And by this interview, we already see how much you guys get along. And it's so awesome to see you two not only working together, but being here together. So please tell me, how did you guys created this awesome chemistry, not only on set, but obviously off set?
I think chemistry is a weird, ethereal thing. I mean, it's not something that you can kind of train for, or that... Do you see this shit? Do you see this shit that I'm dealing with?
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Talk
go
about
on.
chemistry.
It's on you. I have none with you right now.
Chemistry.
It just felt, it went from red hot to like...
I'll pick up your answer. Chemistry is
weight.
a tricky and ethereal thing.
No, ethereal.
Ethereal? That's
I
what,
feel like you either have it with someone or you
Yeah.
don't. And if you don't, you can fake it, but it's not as fun. That's the truth.
yes. And when we first met, we hit it off great, and we had we became great friends. And I think you see that in the movie a lot. And I think that's the thing that kind of separates this movie from a lot of the other ones, where audiences are savvy and they know, when chemistry is real and people really like each other and respect each other, and when they don't.
You need to
Like
work
us.
on the respect
What?
part.
I,
and figure that out.
We've been away from the movie theaters for a very long time due to COVID-19, and I love the action sequences in Jungle Cruise. And while I was watching it, I always had that feeling of how amazing it would be to watch this movie on the big screen, because we know that the small screen doesn't do justice to what this beautiful piece actually is. And please tell me, how do you think about that? What do you think about this moment we're living in, where unfortunately we all can't go to the movie theaters as we used to?
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, I think, look, it was made with blood, sweat, and tears, and so much love and so much joy. And Jama, our director, every single frame of it, he was wanting to inject it with as much beauty and depth as possible. And so it was made for the big screen experience. We are calling it the adventure of a lifetime. We hope people adventure out of their houses to see it. I think it's worthy of that, to get the full blow your hair back experience of what I think this film is. But at the same time, it is a family movie. So we wanted to make sure that every kid around the world could see this movie. And that was important to us. But yes, the truth is it was made to be seen on the big screen, for sure.
What I really love about this movie is the Indiana Jones vibe that we get to see from the beginning to the end. And I really think that this one can become another Disney classic. So please tell me, what do you think Jungle Cruise has to become another Disney classic that people will love as time goes by?
I think what will make this hopefully iconic is, number one, I think the chemistry between Emily and I. And I think the takeaway for families around the world who are going to be able to watch this, about, this idea that, as crazy as life is for everyone and for all of us, as nonstop as it can be, we still truly only have one life. And you want to do your best to live it to its fullest capacity.
And I think this is really, it's very loyal to those old Disney movies that I grew up watching, where it's an exotic, rip-roaring adventure. You are kidnapped by this movie. I mean, they are so seared into your nostalgic memory, films like this. And so I think that's what we were hoping to really achieve. It was in the spirit of those films that I was obsessed with growing up.
Like Pirates.
Pirates of the Caribbean, and then which I watched when I was like 2, and like
Yes, I watched it when I was 47 when it first came out.
No, but Romancing the Stone and
Romancing
African
the Stone.
Queen and Indiana Jones. I mean,
Brokeback Mountain, movies like that. Just
Baywatch. I mean,
Baywatch.
They are just very important cornerstones of our cinematic history. Baywatch.
Still regret that you weren't cast in Baywatch.
I am not regretful. I don't have enough,
Talent?
I was gonna say life
Boom.
preserves. Okay. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Talent up top, maybe. You need a bit more of that.
I was just going to say up here.
Oh, God, sorry, Frank.
Sorry, strong form.
I cannot swim.
You booked a river cruise and you can't swim? The price just went up.